call the meeting of the Watertown Parks and Recreation Commission, regular meeting to order at 7 p.m. Roll call.
Kevin Rosa.
Bill Johnston. Do we have any commission members virtual right now?
Nobody. No, it's just me.
At this point in time, we do not have a quorum. I will wait 10 minutes for other commissioners to sign in on the virtual end of this meeting. So there will be a 10-minute lapse before I initiate the roll call again, so that we have a legal quorum.
Can we pause the recording?
No. No, pause it, let it go.
The recording?
Yeah.
I would think you pause it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, pause it. We will continue the Watertown Park and Recreation Commission regular meeting starting at 7:10. We have a quorum. May I have a roll call, please?
Kevin Rosa.
Jack?
Jack Donahue.
Bill Johnston. Okay. There is no one here for public comment, so we go over to approval of the minutes from the regular meeting of March 3rd.
Do you know that there's nobody here for public comment? Is there anybody here in the public?
No, just me.
I looked at the participants.
Okay, there's an attendee one. What's an attendee?
Attendees, me.
And the panelist?
That's us.
Okay.
I'm monitoring, my laptop.
Okay, so there's, okay, so like.
There is nobody up there yet,
Okay. So
that I know for these meetings.
Okay, all right, okay.
So we have no one for public comment. Approval of the minutes for the March 3rd, 2022 regular meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the March 3rd, 2022 regular minute meeting.
I will second that motion. Is there any further discussion, additions, deletions, or comments on those minutes from March 3rd, 2022?
Okay.
If there is not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carried. Correspondence. Now, the first correspondence we had is from Jonathan Ramsey, chairperson of the Watertown Council, saying that Amanda Manafort on April 4th was appointed as a member of a Park and Recreation Commission for a term to expire January 31st, 2025, to fill the vacant position that we now have. It's dated 5th. Okay. Second piece of correspondence was the letter that was sent to the town council, specifically the chair, Mr. Jonathan Ramsey, about the naming of field number 1 at Veterans Park in memory of George Palumbo, who passed away on November 18th, 2021, and the many things that he's done, founder of Groves, coaching at the high school, and the countless other activities he's been in, and recommending that the town council approve our recommendation of naming that field in memory of George Palumbo.
Okay, and I was told that they hadn't received it for this past Monday's meeting,
Okay,
when I investigated.
okay, so this was not on the agenda Monday night.
So
Hopefully
hopefully
now
it'll be in the next one.
It will be on the agenda for the next town council meeting. So that is a letter that, from the last meeting, that we all do. That's it. Second one, the next piece of correspondence was to Jonathan Ramsey, again, about Miss Amanda Manafort, and the attachment is the bylaws that we approved on June 3rd, 2013 for the Park and Rec Commission, as far as what we need to do as commissioners. And we were the first commission in the town to do this. The next piece of correspondence to Mark Ramo from Lisa Carew, the Jack Staver Endowment Fund. And Lisa was just letting the town know that we should be receiving the next installment of what is gonna be in perpetuity.
Amen.
Okay,
Yeah,
and attached is a copy of the check that we received for $46,582.19. At a subsequent meeting, when we can see all the commissioners, we will be going over the Jack Staver Fund and how we want to make sure that the bylaws that we want to set up are followed from year to year. And long after all of us are off the commission, that Jack Staver's legacy will be carried out by this commission. The next piece of correspondence, lifeguard shortages. Fortunately, this is not a new thing. Last year, the same thing happened. And for the first time that anyone can ever remember, Sylvan Lake was closed down because of lack of lifeguards. Didn't have the proper staffing, enough staffing, I should say not proper, enough staffing to cover the requirements of Sylvan Lake.
we're going through similar right now
We
too.
take. Director of Park and Recs, Lisa Crew, is actively trying to correct that situation. Advertising, trying to hire, but it remains to be seen. If the people don't sign up, then Lisa will be forced again to make the hard decision if we have to close facilities. She doesn't want to do it, but it all depends on the number of people that sign up.
But what you want to understand is this is a national publication for recreation people. And this is not just specific
No,
to
this
this
is not
area.
specific to Watertown.
This is all
I
over.
mean, the state of Connecticut last year closed several state beaches because of the same situation. There wasn't, and it just follows along the lines with, there's not enough school bus drivers. There wasn't enough laborers to shovel snow in the winter. There's not enough substitute teachers. Okay, the next one is copy of the site assessment for a new community center and police headquarters. This is the second stage of what needs to happen. The first one was a needs assessment of what the particular building that we're involved with, senior center / community center, would have to entail. Offices, space, talking about a gym, talking about amenities, talking about the outside of the building, things like parking and things of this nature. After the needs assessment was accepted by the town of Watertown Town Council, it went to the site assessment. Site assessment is simply, can the proposed land that we're talking about sustain both the community center and the police headquarters? And after reading the report, yes, it can. And now the town council has to accept this and move it on to the next stage, where you actually start putting some figures down on paper, the designing and development of the property for both the community center / senior center and police headquarters. So that's the next one. The last piece of correspondence is the monthly special account balances.
Okay, these are not gonna be.
Please, I'm gonna let you explain this one.
Okay, because we're not gonna, some of this is not gonna be accurate
Absolutely.
because the money is already encumbered.
Yep.
Due to like the, say, the dog park.
Yep.
So the dog park money is basically spent, but we're waiting for the bills to come in because there's, the whole fence isn't finished, there's still stuff that has to happen, has to be hydro seeded and stuff, so. So that's, I mean, you got the field surcharge, you got the Jack Staver endowment, you just reported on the recreation special account, which it's gonna fall until we start the summer stuff, that will continue to fall. Parks Development Trust Fund and the fuel bank and food bank. So those are the stats for right now.
All monthly special account balances, as Lisa pointed out, are a snapshot of a particular date and time,
Exactly.
because there are bills coming in or there's additional donations, so at any particular point in time, you take a snapshot in accounting, and that's exactly what this
Right, and-
is here.
It's just a generic April, so, but it just needs the date it was done, so.
With correspondence, we are gonna move on to the reports as chairman.
Chairman, I have a question. Hey, I was just wondering, when we reached out to the swim club and we helped them with the scoreboard at the high school pool, I was wondering if we reached out to them again about maybe getting some of their swimmers working in the summer. That might be, maybe you did that already.
Okay, we have a lifeguarding course that Gary Smith, who is, the pool is actually named after him, but he's our aquatics director for the town. He works in the office Monday through Friday in the office. They had a lifeguarding course that was run. It's just hard anywhere to get people to work right now, Jack. That's what the problem is. So,
I just thought it was just a problem.
yeah, no, it's an excellent, so, but we're not unique to any place, but we are in a good position because we have our own indoor pool up at the high school, and we also have our own trainers. We have people with their WSI, which is the water safety instructor, that are actually able to be instructors. So hopefully we'll have a full complement of lifeguards this year. And it was not a scoreboard, it was a record board, just, you know, for the 50th anniversary of the Watertown Recreation Swim Team, okay?
Okay,
Yep. So thank you.
Okay, Jack, any further questions?
no,
Okay, we'll close out the correspondence and we'll move on to reports. Chairman's report. Right now, summer programs. Carrie Norfield and staff are extremely busy.
Godfrey, she's been married, don't.
Godfrey.
The woman has been married for 10 years.
That's my Freudian slip. Actually, I should be saying Carrie Norfield, Prosukis, Godfrey. Through her many things. Okay. Carrie and the group, the staff are trying to fill up programs as quick as they can, and this is the time of year. And unfortunately for Carrie and the staff, John Q. Public waits to the last second. They always wait, and unfortunately, sometimes it goes too far where you have to cancel a program because there wasn't enough people. They don't want to do that, but unfortunately, that does happen. And we don't like it, but John Q. Public, if they want their child to be involved in a program, should sign up early so we get numbers and we're able to accommodate to the best of our ability. That doesn't happen. And in the near future, all the sports groups I work with, they're all under the same umbrella. Everybody waits to the last possible second. And then when kids are left out, it's a major catastrophe, but I have to, give credit to the staff here, wait till the last possible second before they line up what they have to do, and sports groups the same way, before they assign teams and do things like that. Kenny Rosa will talk about it, golf pro, and high anticipation of a good season at Crestbrook. One of the things I've been looking at lately is some of the things, the dog park. Dog park is a little bit behind. We're waiting for the park or the public works to get in and finish the rain garden and stuff, and then.
Right, it's been very wet, and it's gonna be worse because it's raining right now. It's
And
very
then-
wet down there.
We're gonna need to look at trying to create an opening ceremony for the dog park. Other than that, that's all I have for tonight. The director of Park and Recreation, Lisa.
Okay, so, am I in the wrong place? I'm looking at it, saying, where's the thing? So just really quick, I've had a couple of meetings with the town manager's office and Public Works and Water and Sewer and anybody who was involved with the hurricane and storm Ida from last year, where we had a dam that got blown out down on the Steelbrook, right near the pedestrian bridge near the Steelbrook Greenway. So we had a couple of meetings. We had another meeting the other day, and we had a meeting back in March 24th. There's some things I'm going tomorrow morning to get a quote to finish some guardrail where the near where the dam got removed, blown out. I'm gonna say because it was storm related. And we're gonna get prices to put a guardrail in to secure the area, because we actually have to move some benches. So I'll be getting a price tomorrow for that. We had to spend over $1,500 on gravel just to replace some of the gravel that got wiped out back to the storm, right? We had our town council budget. I presented to the town council the budget for the department on March 7th. At this point, they had a meeting this past Monday on the 4th, and we were notified at that point there was some cuts of some of the items. This is after it's already gone through the town manager numerous times and the town council. So I'm gonna skip around a little bit. Bobby Wills, who's been our bus driver for many, many years. He's one of our senior citizens bus drivers. His last day of work is April 13th next week. We just hired a new bus driver. She's passed all the credentials. She's formerly a school bus driver, and she's starting on Monday, and she's all set to go. So she's gonna be mentoring and riding with him until he's finished. I was gonna say, you already had some of the stuff. So the dedication of what Jack was talking about before about the records board up at Watertown High School was on March 23rd with the gold circle of sports, excuse me. And we thank them so much for purchasing that for the town and for the kids that have swam through our program. It's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of kids. So going through as far as recreation, Bill touched base on it. The summer directory is out. So if anybody's interested, you can go on the website or you can come down to the Park and Rec office. We love to have people. And the flyers are all set for summer, and we're already taking registrations. As far as the senior center, I touched base a little bit about the senior bus driver leaving. We've had interviews for a dispatcher. This is the third go around. We really do have a very capable candidate. I'm just trying to make sure that the rate of pays are correct with what was posted. And so hopefully we're gonna have that person online really soon. We had a very busy week. As far as employees. Kenny touched base on the fact that we have a new golf professional who officially signed his contract yesterday at 10 o'clock. And as soon as he was done with the signing of the contract, he came up to the golf course and met him at the pro shop. And we went down to the restaurant because the Crestbrook Senior Men's Golf Association was having their annual breakfast. And there's over 80 people in the group, and I was able to introduce the new golf professional to the group, so that was good. And it's amazing what's transpired in the last 24 hours because the pro shop is being stocked right now. I mean, we're getting there, gonna be ready. Tentatively right now, or not tentative, but we are looking at opening on Monday, April 11th at 10 a.m. The golf course should be open pending any freak snowstorms or whatever, but we will be opening this coming Monday. As far as social services, that's still busy. There's probably 30 plus baskets that were made by a group that met up at the Sunset Grill. And we received Easter baskets for the children that are involved with the social services program. And did I touch base on every group? I think I hit all the groups. So that's it. That's the report for right now.
Okay. Move on to the subcommittees, the golf course subcommittee, Ken.
All right, well, thanks, Lisa, took all my thunder. As Lisa stated, we hired the new pro, Marty Burns Jr. Looking forward to working with him. Hopefully we'll luck out. We'll see him here at the meeting next month. And we'll hear all the great things he's doing and planning, and it's exciting and looking forward to seeing it. She also mentioned that the course should be open Monday at 10 a.m. So come on out, guys, it'd be a great time. And just on the other note, the subcommittee meeting this evening was canceled due to technical difficulties with logging onto the Zoom. Sorry about that.
And then Ray's got the course, it's ready.
Yeah, and Ray Marks,
Our foreman
of the golf course, said the course is in great shape, ready for play. He's done a great job up to this point getting it ready, and I know from past experience, he will continue to do a fantastic job up there. So I've got, Mr. Chair.
Next week is supposed to be sunny and in the sixties to seventies. So prime golf, come on out and let's play.
And just for the record, in case anybody's going up there next Friday, on Good Friday, there is a big tournament.
That's right.
Yeah.
So just,
Of course, it'll be closed more than likely.
well, yeah,
Except for
well,
the-
we're not sure 100% what the final count is right now. So, but there is a tournament, a large tournament on the 15th of April, so just to give everyone a heads up. So,
Facility meeting, the chairman of that subcommittee is not here tonight, so we will not have a report on the facilities committee. The old business, Don Stepanek Memorial. Talked to some people, and as time goes on, I find out that Don was involved in more things than I could ever imagine, trying to ask people what they think. The other night, I was at the high school Pop Warner concession stand for the Circle of Sports March Meatball Madness fundraiser, and I see Don and Carol Stepanek's name up there. I got talking to the people up there about what they thought. So it's just amazing how Don Stepanek had his hands in everything you could possibly conceive in the town of Watertown for a better quality of life. I'm still working on trying to get ideas, and what I think is gonna happen, it won't be a meeting, just gonna be a compilation of all the things that people are telling me, and then bring it to the board at a particular point in time and see what we wanna do. And I am also gonna include the Stepanek family. Okay. Dog park opening. As Lisa has said, that guys are down there doing the best they can. Okay, we still have to put signage in and things like that. So if Lisa can fill you in better on that, time-wise, where we are. It's
okay, so,
tough now because most of the work has to be done by the Public Works Department, and obviously coming out of the winter, they're very busy.
well, it's not even just being busy, it's a swamp, it's very wet down there right now. So we've had so much rain that, you know, and that's the bottom of the hill, so it's very, very wet, we're waiting for it to dry out. Talked to the hydro seed company that's gonna be spraying the whole area for the seed. They're talking about another month, so, and you gotta have grass before you can let everybody in there, right now it's mud. The fence company's gonna be coming back, and that's what I mentioned before, I'm gonna be actually meeting with the fence company tomorrow morning at 11. For an area down in the Greenway, but I'm hoping that Joe will give me, it's Eagle Fence that will give me an update. Because they had to kind of wait till it to dry out too, so there is some more guardrail that has to go in for where the parking is.
Parking area.
To keep the people contained where the parking area will go. So we're looking really at probably more summer at this point, you know, before the grass is grown and it's stable enough to get in there. I'll probably rely on Ray Marks up at the golf course a little bit and John Bono to give me some advice as far as when we can open it, but I know there's been people in there. I mean, you can tell there's been people in there. I don't blame them. We've been waiting a long time for this. So, but we're just, there's some, I know the fence company has to go through and it was winter, so they have to go through and tweak where the gates are and stuff. They have to tweak them so they're level and stable. So there's still work to be done. Just so you know, the trees in the order that I have to replace from the ones that were removed, so I had, they wanted some kind of birch trees and they wanted, pine trees and stuff, so all that stuff is ordered through Planter's Choice right in Watertown. I already have to check, so it's just a matter of when the time is right, to get in there and get the trees put in, so. And then, you know, again, you were saying about logistical things, we need the signage still, I've already talked to the sign guy. Getting, obviously, trash cans down there, the benches are here, the water fountain is here, it just has to be installed, the water line is in. But it's, really, we need to get some grass, we need to get some established grass, because it's very wet down there right now. So.
Okay, greenways, you mentioned about the work being done at the greenway down by the pedestrian bridge because of the dam that was taken out by Mother Nature.
Right.
And I had several meetings about the greenways and where we are in progression with the state of Connecticut. There was a grant, I think you said that we were one of two towns.
And just to bring up, I have not heard anything, we were actually, I believe what I understand is not for the steelworker unit, this is for the
Okay, so
non. And from what I understood from the Council of Governments is that we were like, almost like first runner up, we were like on the wait list if somebody canceled out or whatever happened. So to my knowledge, we were maybe accepted, but it's still very preliminary. But I had heard that we might be in line for that, so that's gonna be a big project. That's gonna be very big, and that's gonna be a long future kind of thing. That's gonna be down the road. It's not gonna be anything immediate. So,
No. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And community center update. We went over in our correspondence and said in our packets that we had the site assessment, which is stage 2 after the needs assessment. In talking with Lisa, town council and the town manager seem to be a high priority for both buildings. So what we had felt might take a long time seems to be consolidated time-wise where they really want to move these things along, which is good. We definitely need a senior/community center, and the police department needs the upgrades that they're asking for. So until we get further news, right now, the biggest thing is we did get a site assessment. So now that has to be gone over with the proper people upstairs in the town government. And then I'm sure they're gonna try to push that as quick as they can, because it's been something that we talked about, especially the senior center. Goes back before the renovations here at the Hemingway building for the municipal center. So, new business, considerations and approvals of any pending pavilion, tournaments, and league applications. We have 3 commissioners here tonight. I want to table this until we have a full board of commissioners, because 2 of the commissioners not able to attend tonight were involved in a lot of the layout for this. So if there's any questions, we'll be able to question those people at that time. So I'm going to table the new business A, considerations and approvals of any pending pavilion, tournaments, and league applications.
can you make reference to what you're talking about?
Okay, last meeting, okay, we went over tournaments and league applications. We had a couple things we wanted to change.
That's not, this is it, this item A, this is if a golf tournament comes before us, if they want to let the pavilion know, that's what that's about.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is under reports, under subcommittee C. Item number 2 is facilities. I think that's what you're referring to, right?
No, talking to we're up to new business.
No, I understand
But
it.
that changing the applications would fall under facilities.
It would fall under that,
Yeah.
wouldn't be here. This is, yeah.
And then they bring
That's,
it forward.
that's gotta be under his reports,
Correct.
yes.
They bring it forward.
Okay.
So
Just-
without those people here,
okay.
it's a new point right now. We'd be discussing or trying to discuss something that we have not been privy to. We have not.
So, but there's none available, there's none in front of you right now, to my knowledge.
Oh, that's right, we're gonna table it. Okay. Adjourned,
Motion to adjourn?
Okay.
I second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye,
All those opposed?
7:37.
Okay, Jack said aye. Any abstentions? Thank you, Jack.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.